Okay, this is what we will do. We will do the recording. So my first question is, who here does not know what is Bhagavad Gita? Can you just raise your hand? What is Bhagavad Gita? Is it the first time you have heard what is Bhagavad Gita? Can you raise your hand in Zoom if it is the first time you have heard what is Bhagavad Gita? If you know it, you don't have to raise your hand. If you do not know, that's where I'm asking if you can raise your hand and tell me if you know what is, if you do not know what is Bhagavad Gita. Okay, seems like everybody does. That's very good. So now I'm going to go down the list and see some of the new names here real quick. Okay, I have Aditi, Ananya. Where is Ananya? Okay, Kshitiz does not know. Very good, Kshitiz, very good. I really appreciate when we respond, and okay, it's okay. So, all right. Oh, there I see. Ananya, can you go unmute yourself and briefly just tell all your friends what do you know about Bhagavad Gita?
Bhagavad Gita is song of God.
Bhagavad Gita is song of God. Very nice. So Kshitiz, we will have all your friends in Sunday school chip in one message and tell all of us what is Bhagavad Gita. And I'm looking for some new names. Nikhilesh, I see Nikhilesh. Nikhilesh, can you unmute yourself? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, what do you know about Bhagavad Gita? What is Bhagavad Gita, beta?
It is the song of God.
Yes, who spoke it?
Krishna.
Yes, very good, very nice. And let me ask here, Kartika, where is Kartika? Can you unmute yourself? Yes, Hare Krishna. Whom did Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita to?
Arjuna.
Okay, and next question is for Yashasvi. Yashasvi, can you unmute? Go ahead and tell me who is the first speaker of Bhagavad Gita? Do you know? Who says the first one? Okay, do you know Dhritarashtra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the person who says the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita, and he's asking something, right? And now I'm going to ask Radhika. Radhika, if you can go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us whom does he ask the question?
Remembering the shloka, Dhritarashtra Vacha, Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, Samaveda, Yuksva, Mamaka Pandavascheva, Kimakurva Sanjaya.
What was the last word in the shloka?
Does he ask it to Sanjay?
Yes. So he's asking it to Sanjay. Kim Kurvat Sanjaya. So Sanjay is the next person. So 4 people speak in Bhagavad Gita. We just spoke about those names, and I'm going to ask Sagar, can you unmute yourself?
I'm Drew.
Oh, you are Dhruv. Oh, I'm just reading by the names. Okay, Dhruva. Yes. So what are the 4 names? See, Panav got his Bhagavad Gita as well. Very good job, Panav. Okay. And I see, oh, wow, Reyansh and Mohit. Okay. So Dhruva, can you tell the names, the 4 names that we just spoke who speak in Bhagavad Gita?
Like, I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Okay. Do you know anybody who spoke Bhagavad Gita?
Like it was Krishna.
Yes, that's the main thing. If you remember that, that's good. Okay. Vishnu. Vishnu, can you tell the names of the people who all speak in Bhagavad Gita? We just spoke about them.
Yes.
Arjuna.
Oh,
Yes.
there's two Vishnus in here.
Oh,
So
so Vishnu Vadi, and then I'll come back to you, Vishnu. So two names Vishnu Vadi will give, and then two names Vishnu you will give. Okay, so Vishnu Vadi, go ahead.
Um, Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita, also Arjuna
Yes.
and Dhritarashtra,
Okay,
and the fourth one I don't.
that's okay. And for that, we will go to the other Vishnu. Vishnu, do you remember the fourth person?
I think it's Sanjaya.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right. So we have some good idea. Anish and Bala, I'm going to come back to you with more questions. So we will move ahead. And now, so it's a very big book, right? Panav, can you show it to your friends? You have the Bhagavad Gita, right? Where is Panav? Let me see. I'm trying to find you. Yeah, wait, Panav. I will, let me put you on spotlight. Okay, so can everybody see Panav now?
Yes.
We
Yes.
see him on the side.
And can you show the book sideways as well? Sideways, so we see how thick it is. Like, how thick is the book? Yeah, see, there's lots of pages in there, right? Lots of pages, lots of messages in there. Yes. So thank you for that, Panav. Request everybody to mute yourselves, and I'm going to go ahead and once again share my screen back.
Prabhuji, you've been sharing your screen the whole time.
Oh, okay. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, contents of course, and then in bullet it says the Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, very nice. So when I spotlit Panav, were you not able to see him?
We could see him as a little square in the corner.
Oh, thank you for knowing and telling me.
And it's not full screen.
Okay. Full screen, you can do at your end, I believe. Okay, but yes, I understood. All right, so we will move ahead today on the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita. And for this, I would again invite raising of hands. Somebody tell me what is the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita so that everybody knows. Raise your hands on Zoom. And for Kishore, I will give him an opportunity here. Do you know what is the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita? No? Okay, he's looking at his friends. So I have three people who have raised hands. They are going to share with us what is the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita. I will start with Yashasvi.
I can't see the screen.
You can see the screen.
I was gonna ask
Prabhuji,
that.
Prabhuji, I can't turn on my video because on my PC I don't have a camera, so I can't turn on my video.
No problem, Damodar. And then let me do this, Yashasvi. What I will do is I will stop sharing. And then I'm gonna share once again. Okay. Stop sharing. And now I'm going to share my screen once again. All right. I don't know if it helps. All right, so I'm going to go back to my question. First, I'll give an opportunity to Atharva. Atharva, if you can tell in your own words what you think is the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita.
I think the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita is that Krishna was explaining to Arjuna that he is the supreme personality of Godhead.
And so what should Arjuna do?
He should.
Okay, let's take help from Radhika. Very good, Atharva. I really liked your answer. Radhika, go ahead.
I think Bhagavad Gita to me is like a way, like it answers a lot of questions you can
Right.
have about just about Krishna and like spiritual stuff, I guess. But it also shows a way to like a regulated lifestyle to include spiritual activities in your like daily routine.
So becoming spiritual, that can be one message, becoming spiritual. That's what Bhagavad Gita is teaching us. Right?
Yes, Vijay.
Okay. Okay. So then in that case, let me ask this first. And I want to hear from all of you. How many of you have ever watched a movie, a cartoon movie or a movie on your laptops or on your TVs or in theaters? Okay, I see a lot of people raising hands. Okay. I think almost everyone has watched movie, and yeah, I can see. So when does the ultimate part of that comes? Does it the ultimate part of the movie or the story, when does it come? Does it come in the beginning, in the middle, or in the end? Okay, everybody can unmute and give me that answer. Kishore.
And
Okay, what does everyone else has to say? You go ahead and unmute.
middle.
Kind of in the end and the middle. Kind of in the end, middle.
Okay, kind of in the end and kind of in the middle. Mostly it ends with that final message, right? The story ends in the end. The final message comes in the end, right? But very good point you made was that in the middle also. So Bhagavad Gita is also like that. Bhagavad Gita has its main message in the middle. 9th chapter, the most confidential knowledge. And oh, somebody is annotating. Okay, I will disable the annotations. But okay, thank you. But this is the part. Yes, it comes in the middle, and in the end of Bhagavad Gita comes its ultimate message. And so, because I see we do not have much idea about that, and Bala is giving me a smiley also. Thank you for raising your hands, dear children. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and ask all of you to read that so that we will see how we can do something about that message. How can we do that? And we will try to do one exercise for that. Okay. So the Bhagavad Gita, what is its ultimate message? Is this readable on my screen? And if yes, can I ask Kartika, can you read the Sanskrit here? Or is it too small?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mana bhava mad bhakto mada irji.
Okay, I will help you and you can repeat after me. Everybody can unmute. Okay, everybody go ahead, unmute and repeat after me. Manna bhav mad bhakto. Okay, I will slow it down further. Thank you for your participation. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evyashasi mam evashasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. This is considered the first final message of Bhagavad Gita. This is the message of Bhagavad Gita. So let's see what it means, because many of us, we don't understand Sanskrit completely. So let's see, right? Okay. And you can continue repeating after me. Always think of me.
Always think of
Always think of me.
Always think of me, become my devotee.
One at a time, Bala, slow down. Become my devotee.
become
My devotee.
Worship me.
Worship me.
and offer your homage
Offer your homage
unto me.
unto me.
Thus,
Thus,
you will come to me
you will
Come to me.
without fail.
without
I promise you,
I promise you.
actually, I'll say that again. I promise you this
I promise you this.
because you are my dear, very dear friend.
Because you are my very dear friend.
Okay, so you can all stay unmuted and you tell me who said this? Who is speaking over here?
Krishna.
Ah, yes. And what is Krishna saying? Krishna is asking us in the end of Bhagavad Gita, where the movie is literally, like practically about to end. And what is his message? His message is, first, always think about Krishna. It's very difficult probably for some of us. We may think, how can I always think about Krishna? But that is where Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita how to do that, right? So first he is saying, always think about me. Then second thing he is saying, what is the second thing he is saying? Can somebody say?
To worship him.
Yeah, to become my devotee and worship me. That is what he is saying, to become my devotee and worship me. And what after that? Offer your homage unto me. Offer your homage unto me means that whatever you do, there is a way you can make it Krishna's. That I'm doing this for Krishna. You can do like that. So if we read Bhagavad Gita, then you will get to know how Krishna is explaining us to do this. And then what will happen because of that? You will be able to see God. Sometimes people ask, right? Sometimes people ask, can you see God? Have you seen God? So here Krishna is saying, he's telling how somebody can see him. Okay. And why is he telling that? Because who is he speaking to here? Arjuna. Yes. And he is telling this because Arjuna is his very good friend. Very good friend. That's why he is telling this. Okay. So I have taken once again your attendance. Thank you for joining. We have 38 of you joining today. I am so proud of all of you. All right. So we will go ahead and we are going to read what is considered one of the ultimate messages of Bhagavad Gita. So we are going to do it in the same way. Thank you for your participation. Let's repeat after me. Sarva dharman parityaja. I'll make it very good. Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Okay, thank you for that. Now I'm going to read what it means. Abandon all varieties of religion. So abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you
I shall deliver you.
I shall deliver.
I shall deliver.
Shall deliver.
I shall deliver you
I shall deliver you
from all sinful reactions.
From all reactions.
Do not fear.
Do not.
Do not fear.
Okay. So who is saying this?
Krishna.
To
Krishna.
whom is he saying this?
Krishna.
Right. So Krishna is saying it to Arjuna and he is saying this to us also. What he is doing for Arjuna, he'll do it for us also. And what is that he will do? He says that don't worry about so many things in life. You just focus on Krishna. If you focus on Krishna, if you surrender to Krishna, when you are worried, you would just sit down and you would be like, okay, Krishna, please help me. Krishna, please save me. Krishna will help me. If you will live your life like that, then what will happen? He will take care of you. He will take care of you in every way. You will ask him for help. You can ask him for help in 100 ways, then he will help you in 100 ways. Okay?
Babuji,
Yes.
I went actually sledding this Friday. So I was like so scared because I bumped into somebody and then like a trip from my tooth broke too.
Okay.
So I felt like really bad for them too, and I was like, I prayed to Krishna like nothing would happen because it like really like tickled and kind of pained it as well.
Wow. And then you prayed to Krishna?
Yeah, and then nothing happened.
Wow.
sudden.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah, so it's going away.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that, Krishna Rana. See, that is how you can surrender to Krishna. Whenever there is a difficulty, think of Krishna and think of praying to him and praying that please save us, you know. Very nice. So now we will get to the next one. These are some of the most important messages of Bhagavad Gita. So we will do it the same way. No problem. Okay. So we are going to read 67th verse, and that is Idam te nat paskaya. Idam te nat paskaya. Na bhaktaya kadachana. Na cha shushushave vachyam. This is the most difficult word so far. Na cha shrushave vachyam. Na cha mamyo abhyasuyati. Na cha mamyo abhyasuyati. Very good. Now I'm going to repeat the English meaning. This confidential knowledge okay, and confidential knowledge means secret knowledge. So if there is somebody who has this playing at two places in the same room, you can mute one so you won't have the echo. Okay. Yeah, probably from Kshitij. I guess Kshitij, you probably have it from two places. That's why it's echoing. Okay. So this very, very secret knowledge that you should worship Krishna, you should surrender to Krishna, may never be explained. Go ahead. may never be explained to those
May never be explained to those
who are not austere
who are not austere
or devoted
or devoted
or engaged
or engaged
in devotional service,
in devotional service,
nor to one
nor to one
who is envious of me.
who is envious of me.
So this is a very, very super duper secret message that you have to become Krishna's devotee. You have to surrender to him. You have to worship him. And those people who do not work hard, who do not devote themselves to God, and those who do not do devotional service, it is very difficult for them to understand this message. They will not understand this very simple message that the best thing you can do in your lives is to worship Krishna. Okay, so now comes the very important message about this. So what is Krishna talking here? Once again, please repeat after me. Ya idam paramam guhyam
Ya idam
madbhakteshva abhidhasayati bhaktim mai param kritva mame vashyati asamshaya. Okay, very good. Now you can repeat the English after me. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed.
Your devotional service is guaranteed.
And at the end,
At the end,
he will come back to me.
he will come back to me.
Wow. Okay. And then I will just read the message of the last one here. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. So Krishna is saying, who is very dear to him? Those who spread the message of Bhagavad Gita, who not only live by the message of Bhagavad Gita, but they also follow and share the message of Bhagavad Gita. So today we are going to, this was something that Walt Disney said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So we are talking about preaching the message of Bhagavad Gita, first learning it and then sharing it with everyone. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, if you had to share the message of Bhagavad Gita, how will you do that? Please raise your hands, think for it for about a minute or two, and raise your hand, and then go ahead. I will ask you to unmute. Think of, if you had to share the message of Bhagavad Gita with the whole world, how will you do that? Any ideas? Ritvik is raising his hand, I see. I would also request if you can raise your hand in Zoom so I can see, because I cannot see everyone's screen. I see Dhruva and Ritvik, and I see Kartika. So Dhruva raised his hand in Zoom. Thank you for that. That's easier for me to see. Dhruva, go ahead.
We can just tell them all about Krishna.
Yes, very good. We can tell them about Krishna. Anish.
I haven't think about it yet.
No problem. Ritvik, are you raising your hand? Would you like to say something? Yes.
Yes. We can tell all the slokas.
Okay, and then to tell all the shlokas, you'll have to first learn all the shlokas, right? Yes. Jia,
You could do kirtan or you could make books about it.
we can do kirtan or we could do what about it?
We can make books about Krishna consciousness.
Yes. Wow. Amazing answers. I see Parnika. Go ahead, Parnika.
We can read books about Krishna.
Yes, and that is the top answer, Parnika. First, the first thing we have to do, my dear devotees, my dear children, is if you want to talk about Krishna, if you want to share about Krishna, the first thing you need to do is you need to learn about Krishna. That's a very, very simple answer, right? It's like the first thing you would do. So memorize the shlokas, as you said, come to Sunday school, think about Krishna, talk about Krishna. Yeah, Nikhilesh is doing some great ideas over there. Okay, so first is learn. Then you should learn how to share. Let's learn to share with others, right? So we have to do that. And we are going to talk about all these. And then finally, once you have learned how to share it, let's share it, right? How can we share it? How can we share it with others? One was by speaking about Krishna. Ritvik said you could tell shlokas to your friends. So speaking about Krishna, what other than speaking about Krishna can we do to share it? Are there any other ways of sharing it? Anyone? Just go ahead and unmute yourself. Yes, Shashank.
We could like, I have an idea. We could like post like the slokas on Twitter or Facebook.
Yes, wow, online, social media. Kishore, what's your thought?
I used to speak to my friend, like tell him stories, and I think we have to speak things that make others get interested in them.
Others interested, okay. And Nikhilesh and everyone, I request you raise your hands in Zoom. That makes it easy for me. Mokshit, go ahead. What are your ideas?
We could read the Beginner's Guide to Krishna Conscious book from Bhakti Vikasa Swami and share it with others.
Yes, can you put it in chat? What a wonderful message. I will note this down. Actually, I'm so inspired by your answer. We can share, and first we can all read, and then read and share the, what is the name? Introduction or beginning? What is the name once again?
A Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness.
So did you hear that? What a wonderful way. A beginner's guide to Krishna consciousness. And that is by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj. Correct, Mokshit?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Wow. So that may be like what? Maybe a couple of dollars or maybe $5. So we have one book for $5. And we are going to do some math over here. Okay. I'm going to request Dhruva. Dhruva, go ahead. Tell what are your thoughts? How can we share?
Like we could tell our friends, like we could tell our friends and family about the shlokas every day, and then when we get new friends, we can tell them about the shlokas again.
What a beautiful answer, Dhruva. I have noted that down. Okay, so Dhruva said that something similar Kishore also said, which is talking about Krishna to friends, right? And make it interesting. Make it interesting. Figure out ways to make it very interesting, right? And then Mokshit talked about the beginner's guide to Krishna consciousness, because many of us we don't know what Krishna consciousness is. So read a book and learn, and then share that. Okay, Bala, yes.
Maybe first we learn about Krishna, and then after we learn about Krishna, we learn how to share.
Yes.
And then after we learn how to share, we can do some YouTube videos, and then we can sell books. And then after we sell books, we can
What about books again? Did you say, Bala?
After we get books, we get money. When we get the money, we can give it to people.
Yes. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to ask.
I
Apurva.
can also get my
Yes, Riyansh.
thingy. What do you call it? Oh my God.
Riyansh, do you have a message for all of us? Okay, go ahead, Dhruva. No, first let me give opportunity to Atharva. Yes, Atharva.
So first, if we need to invite people to the temple first, then we can, if they're new, we could ask them to chant, and then they'll learn more things about Krishna, and they could read some books about Bhagavad Gita, and then they'll know more, and then they can spread it.
What a great idea, don't you agree? Does everybody agree to Atharva? What a beautiful idea, right? He's saying we can invite people to temple, and then when they are new, we can share, we can tell them a lot of things about Krishna consciousness. What a beautiful answer. Thank you so much, Atharva. Yes. So Dhruva said it, so I'm going to come to Kartika, then Madhav. Kartika, go ahead.
We can pass out flyers where we're gonna, after that they can come to the place where we sell the books, sell all types of Bhagavad Gita books.
Yeah, so first invite them and then show them the books, sell them the books. That is the
For $5 or two.
Yeah. So distributing the books. Wow, amazing. So Kishore, I'm going to come back to you. I have who has not spoken. Let's see. Dhruv has spoken. Madhav, what are your thoughts?
So I was thinking that first you teach them, and then you encourage them to teach on their own, to learn on their own.
Wow. Okay. On their own. And that was Madhav. Okay. What a beautiful message. Once again, why just teach, but tell them to encourage them to learn on their own. Okay. Awadh.
So it could start like this, like one person tells two people, and each of those two people tell two more people. So it starts with 1, 2, 4, 8.
Wow, it multiplies. Okay. Very good idea, Awadh. Amog.
I was thinking about making billboards about Iskcon.
Okay, billboards about Iskcon, very good idea. Yeah, some of those billboards really cost a lot of money, like $8,000 or $10,000. But why not? If we distribute a lot of books, then we can make money, that kind of money, and we can go, right? So you are already doing this. This is going in the right direction. Keep your hands raised. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share some more things, and we are going to come back to your ideas with a lot more power and strength in that. So I think Kartika talked about it, distributing books, distributing prasad. Did you all think about that? Distributing prasad is also sharing Krishna consciousness. And it's such a beautiful way. Sometimes if you give a book, if I were to give you a book, you may say, oh, I don't read, oh, I find it boring. And, like Kishore said, unless you make it interesting, sometimes people say it's boring. But prasad, if you prepare very nice sweet, you offer it very lovingly to Krishna, you really pray very intensely, Krishna, I surrender to you. I want to become your devotee. Please accept this. I want to share this with others. And you pray like that, and you take that sweet, you take that whatever you have offered to Krishna, and you take that prasad and you give it to your neighbor, you give it to your friends. Everybody loves that, right?
Prabhuji, are you really gonna do this?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? And that's why. So I have second week as well, right? I'm right now, we are collecting ideas, and then we'll figure out ways to do it. Okay. So I'm going to come back to you. You don't have to raise your hands. Don't worry. I'm going to come back to you. The third one.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
I have distributed 10 books before.
Wow. Gopal has distributed 10 books. Isn't that so inspiring? We should all think of distributing 10 books, and just imagine we are 36. And if we distributed 10 books, all of us, we would have distributed 360 books. Just us, right? Just once. Okay, so let me move a little further ahead. Distributing holy name. How do you distribute holy name? Kishore?
By doing Sankirtan.
Kirtan. So one is Kirtan, one is Sankirtan. So we come in the temple and we sing Hare Krishna. And one is we take all the musical instruments and we go out where people are, because people are, if they are not coming to the temple to see God, we take the Sankirtan to them. We go to a place where all are. Screen froze. Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Okay, Hari Bol. So the idea of distributing holy name is that you go to a place where there are lots and lots of people, and then you just go around and you sing the holy names where they can hear the holy names and they appreciate. There are so many people who would start dancing with you. When you are playing Harinam, somebody is playing harmonium, somebody is playing mridanga, somebody is playing kartal, and then people join in, and then sometimes they will dance with you, sometimes they'll clap for you, sometimes they will honk their car horns in appreciation, So distributing holy name. And then finally, what we are talking about is expanding. We are going to talk a little more about expanding next time as well, because I think that's going to be very exciting. So I'm going to skip some of these because you have spoken some very nice points about this. And I want you to think about all these points with an exercise that we will start today, and we are going to continue next time. Imagine you have $10, and I'm going to come back to everyone for your ideas. I'm noting them down. As Kartika said, we'll figure out ways to do this. So I'm going to note, but my question now is not only just how would you spread it? So I'm going to hear that, but also if you had $10, how would you use it to spread Krishna consciousness? Okay. Dhruva, what were your thoughts before you forget it? Please raise your hands. Dhruva, go ahead.
We could give the money to we could give the money to the people which are working hard in the temple.
Very nice. Okay, so that's one way. Now, that's very good. That's very good answer, Dhruva. I want you to think of one more thing. Now let's think that you are that very good kid who is working very hard in the temple. What will you do with that $10 to spread Krishna's? How will you spend that in Krishna's service? So I'm going to come back to you. You think about that. Vishnu, go ahead. What are your thoughts? And let me raise it. Not $10. Let's say if you had $100, and Vishnu, you had some thought of how to spread this, how to spread Krishna consciousness. Vishnu, what would your thoughts be?
Maybe maybe we could put a fundraiser.
Fundraiser. Okay, let's say you created a fundraiser and you got a lot of funds, a lot of money. What will you do for Krishna?
Then I will get very good books about Krishna and then distribute them a lot. Okay. And also prasad. Okay, so Vishnu, if Vishnu got a lot of money to spend for Krishna, he will get a lot of books from Iskcon temple and prasad, and he will distribute it to people. Okay, I'm going to come back to this, but very good point, Vishnu. Ritvik.
I would get all the books of Krishna with the money.
Yeah, for reading and learning.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, Kishore, I'm going to come back to you. First, Anish. Anish, what are your thoughts? Please share with us. Anish Kuchipudi, you had your hand raised. Was there an idea that you wanted to share?
The same one that they said before.
And what is that? Say again for us. It's very inspiring. Don't worry. You can repeat it.
But it's like too much words and I can't like copy that.
Okay. Thank you for that. Mokshit.
Putting on tilak to school and if someone asks what is this, you tell them all about putting on tilak and giving them money to buy tilak.
Amazing. See, it's like I'm proud of wearing my tilak because this is spiritual. I want to give my life to Krishna, to God, and make it successful, like Krishna has told in the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita. And what an easy way of sharing it with people, right? Okay, I'm going to look at your chat messages. There are so many chat messages. Okay. Same. Oh my God. Okay. Make a website. Okay. Yes, make a website, make books and signs. Some very nice idea. Oh, learn about Krishna. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing all the nice messages, dear children. I'm going to come back to Aditi. Aditi, go ahead. What are your thoughts? Aditi Manga.
We could use the money to buy a billboard, and then you can put like pictures of Krishna and tell people about it.
Lord for Krishna. Wow. Thank you, Aditi. Very nice idea. Divam Goswami. Atharva, I'm going to come back to you after I'm done with everyone. Divam, go ahead.
Mostly for Krishna, I will raise a fundraise, and when I get a lot of money, I will buy songs of Krishna and then sing it.
Wow. Okay. So Divam likes to sing for Krishna. What an amazing point. All right. Thank you for that. Kartika, I'm going to come back to you. Okay, go ahead. Yes, share your idea, Kartika.
So like if I had like $100 or $1,000, I would rather we can start distributing with the Bhagavad Gita books, the chanting bag and the chanting beads.
Bhagavad Gita books, chanting bag, and chanting beads. Kishore, you had some thought?
The exact same thing as Kartika.
Okay, so Kishore supports your thought, and he had it too, to distribute Bhagavad Gita books?
No, for getting bead bags, chanting beads and distributing them.
Chanting bags and chanting beads and distributing that. Wow. Yes.
I read a story like what we're talking about. It was with like a Vaishnava, and he wanted to like have a dream with sweets and everything with the money he had.
A story about what?
I read a story about like a Vaishnava, like he said like because of rice, he said he'd sell it and then get so much money and do stuff with it.
Wow, very nice. Yeah, so what we are doing here is that we are building our dreams so that we can do something about them, right? When we want to do something for Krishna, then Krishna helps us, and Krishna helps us in taking care of our things, right? So that you don't have to worry about them and you can focus on doing things for Krishna. So thank you, Kartika. Thank you, Kishore. Very, very nice thoughts. I'm going to come back to Tanmay first. Tanmay, go ahead. What are your thoughts? And just see that Kartika just raised it to $1,000. She was like, if I had $1,000 is what I do. So feel free to think, if you had $1,000, what would you do?
I said 1,000 or 100.
Okay. Tanmay.
if I had $1,000 or $100, for I would buy a lot of seeds and then I would plant them and I would give half of the flowers to the temple so they can offer it to Krishna, and half I can keep so I can offer to Krishna at home.
Wow, amazing. What a nice thought. Flowers are so beautiful. And whatever is beautiful, we want to offer it to Krishna. Okay, so I'm going to stop with just finishing with Ritvik, Madha, Amog, and Dhruva and Atharva's ideas. And we are going to continue this very interesting line of thought next time. And also, like Kartika said, figure out ways to do some of these. Right? So I'm going to start with Ritvik. Ritvik, thought.
I would make a library with $1,000.
Okay, so let's raise it to 100,000 in $100,000 or maybe $1 million. You could make a library. Yes, why not? Okay. So library. Thank you, Ritvik. Very nice idea. Madhav.
If I had $1 million,
Hmm.
I would first like create a store
Hmm.
and fill it up with Krishna books.
Hmm.
And then with some other money, I'll learn how to program and then create a website for Krishna. And then I'll create a club for Krishna. I bet that should be enough for $1 million.
Make a website and a club for Krishna. What will happen in club for Krishna, Madhav?
It's kind of like a temple. It's going to be kind of like a temple.
It's like a kind of a temple?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madhav. And then I'm going to go to Amog.
I have two things. If I had $1 million, then I would create a store with a lot of Krishna consciousness stuff, like a lot of books and prasadam. And next, if like I don't even need like $10 or anything, I would just sell a lot of my stuff that I don't need. And then with whatever money I get, I'll just make a stall and sell Krishna consciousness books.
Very, very nice thought, Amog. Make sure sell only stuff that parents allow you to, right? And the whole idea is not to get money. You see, the whole idea is when you dream, when you think of doing something for Krishna, Krishna will give you ways by which you can do it without taking anything from you. You know, Krishna helps us like that. The only thing we have to do is desire, and desire it strong. So very good, Amog. Okay. Atharva, go ahead.
So, if I had like $1 million, then I would have enough to maybe make a temple, and then I could make the Krishna statue, and it's like how Prabhupada did a lot of temples, and then maybe if people are like far away from the temples, I can make them close to them so they can attend bhajans and classes like this one.
Wow, attend bhajans and classes. What an amazing idea, Atharva. All right, so Jia and Dhruva last. So Dhruva first, go ahead.
Like I would first go spend half of the money on going to Dolka, and then once I know all of that, then I can get more people for more, and then I can go on this.
Okay, we lost you a little bit there, but we are going to continue that again. The last that I'm going to take for today is Jia. Jia, go ahead, and then we will continue with keep your ideas till next week. We will start from here. Jia, go ahead.
I don't know how much money this might take. Hopefully it's enough, but maybe a world tour for any like any Prabhuji or Mataji who wants to preach, and we could also
You're
make
gonna
a
type it in the
chariot
chat.
for
No, I want you to
Rath
say.
No, you don't type it
You
in
have
the
to
chat.
talk.
You have to say
Raise your hand.
Sorry, could you say that again, Jia? I heard if somebody wants to go for a world tour and for preaching, we can support them.
And for Rath Yatra, we could make chariots.
Wow, yes. For Rath Yatra, we could make chariots if we had so much money and then do that. One message that I really like a lot, one of the best, is when we try to help a devotee who's trying to spread Krishna's message. Because this is what sometimes happens. For doing many of these things, right, you need a team. And if everybody has ideas, but they all want to do it separately, like Kishore wants to give the books and Kartika wants to give the beads, but they both want to give the beads, but they don't want to work together, then how will we do it? So when we try to fulfill another devotee's goal, then we come together as a team, right? And teams are very important for achieving something big, right? Very good point, Gia. I think we had a wonderful discussion. We are going to close for today. Last words, any words before that, Vishnu? Otherwise, we will end here now. Go ahead.
Building a temple, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your wonderful participation. I noted down all your ideas and we are going to go deeper into these next time. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Haribol.
Thank you,
Prabhuji. Bye. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Bye.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Hare
pranams.
Krishna. Danvat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here. I had stopped. No, okay, yeah, the recording was going.